Hi there, I'm Brid O'Connell and joining me today is Margaret Burke, Service Director of Positive Systems Solutions. Margaret, you're very welcome.
Thanks very much, Brid.
Delighted to have you here. Positive Systems Solutions. Tell us, what is it?
So at Positive, we provide EPOS systems for small to medium right through to enterprise businesses across Ireland. We actually have a number of customers in the UK and we've started working with retail partners in the US in the last few weeks as well.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's a software solution for retailers.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's a lot of you out there in the marketplace. What's special about Positive?
We believe what makes us more unique is the experience the customer has. When they come to us, we look at their overall business, not just a POS system. You have to look at things like, right, who are their e-commerce providers? They need to integrate because all of that is such a big part of it. But it's also explaining and doing preparation in relation to planning how everything is going to happen. If it's a system migration or it's a brand new system, they're two different processes. But by having pre-project calls with the customers, we can explain everything to them in a way that they understand. Retailers are not IT people.
Of course.
And we're very aware of that. So we don't try to confuse. We don't try to throw in loads of jargon there that makes it complex to understand. Retailers know their business and Positive know our business. So we know how to do this very, very successfully after 16 years.
Great. Well, I like the holistic approach. And I agree with you. So many people are blinded by what they should be doing, could be doing, don't fully understand it. So it's wonderful when you find a company in technology that can speak the language you need to hear and actually deliver, because a lot of them will tell you what you want to hear but won't deliver. So it's wonderful to see that, and great success for your company in terms of 16 years out there. So it's obviously going from strength to strength.
It is. We've continually been trying to develop the company, and when I say develop the company, it's about talking to our customers, understanding their issues and their pain points and their problems. What do they need help with? What do we need to put in place to make more efficient use of time in the stores, get the information back to them either via report or whatever medium they need to solve the issues that they have. And this is a very big thing for us. So it is. And it's exactly what you said. It's a holistic approach. It's looking at the e-commerce provider. It's looking at payment integration. It's looking at shipping modules, text messaging services, all of that. All of those elements are now such a big part of retail.
Yeah. And actually retail is on, I suppose, unsure ground at the moment out there, particularly post-COVID. We've just been talking about the bricks and mortar versus online e-commerce solutions. What do you see for the future in your side of the retail experience? Obviously, customer experience is really key. And I think that's going to be critical online or in store. Where do you see the opportunities for your business?
Well, to be honest, it was funny during COVID. You would expect, because stores were closed, that people weren't looking at systems and implementing systems. We were just as busy during COVID, because what people were realising was, one, they now need an online platform to sell from. So customers who never had this infrastructure before realised, geez, I need to get online.
Quickly.
Very quickly, yeah. And as well as that, what businesses need to realise is that just because there may be a possible recession or whatever is to come in the future, you can't not invest in your systems, because without having that information on where your inventory is at and your stock is accurate, it's leading to problems where people are buying something online and now it's not available in the store, and somebody has to ring from the store and tell that customer, sorry, we don't actually have that in stock. And that's not the kind of reviews you want to get online, that, oh, I bought this from X website, they didn't even have it in stock, and it's just been so frustrating, wouldn't recommend them. So businesses are understanding all of this now and the necessity for the online medium to be there. And we can see with Gen Z, who are now entering the workforce, the way they look at things is very different to how even us millennials do our online shopping and all of that.
Well, I hear you on that one, that's for sure. There's totally different standards required. And I suppose intolerance of delays is not acceptable. So we need to look at all of that and how it's been delivered. So obviously it's a big opportunity for your business. In terms of the EPOS System Buyer's Guide, how does that assist businesses? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so it is about looking at what's out there. Every system doesn't fit every business. We don't push our system in the grocery industry because it's not a great fit for it. We work more in the retail sector, at parallel hardware stores, school bookstores, bike stores, all of that kind of industry. And you have to find the right fit. And it's not just about the system as well. Like, we've had in the last year 3 customers come to us who had got EPOS systems and found that the EPOS system didn't fit their requirements because, for example, one of them had customer accounts and the EPOS system they got didn't handle customer accounts. Right. And this was a nightmare for them after spending thousands of euros implementing this system. So you have to do business analysis, and whoever you're talking to, they have to be interested in your business, understanding your requirements and ensuring that the system will meet those requirements at the end of the day.
You strike me listening to you that you really take that as the number one thing where you look out with a new potential client and Positive decides, look, these are ardent for us, and then you really go at it more holistically than others. Is that something you've done from the get-go, or is it something you've learned it's better to look after the space that you're in rather than trying to do everything for everybody? Is that just something you've learned over the time?
Look, we have an outlook in work and everybody takes this outlook on board. We want to be the best at what we do. And if you try to do too many different sectors, you're not going to be the best
at any of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to be medium at everything.
Yeah.
So, yes, we're very specific in who we target, but we're really, really good at what we do. Everybody from the sales team right through to the in-support technicians who are all in-house in Dublin behind the support desk, giving support to customers for years afterwards. I've customers from 2006 that are still with us.
Great.
And
well, that's a testament in itself. And can I ask you then, Margaret, in terms of the after-sales service, because I would imagine the upgrades and new requirements and new changes in terms of VAT, etc., all that kind of stuff, I assume all those are constantly being upgraded for your clients.
You're spot on. Anyone working in retail knows that it's an evolving environment. Something that was bells and whistles 5 years ago is mandatory now. It changes and it's constantly changing. And the systems we work with, both for the small to medium businesses, it's a program called RMH. I actually, in Positive, we work with the product director of RMH and we have a monthly call. It used to be fortnightly, where we would give him feedback on what customers were looking for, what bugs were there. We're very, very involved with our software vendors. And the same for LS Retail. I would know the product director of LS Retail over in Iceland and the product director of the RMH system, and we have relationships with those, and they're fantastic at taking on board our feedback. They actually had a conference there in Florida last week, and I sat on an implementation panel for best practices on implementations because I've been giving them so much feedback over the years.
That's great. And coming out of Ireland, what are the new current trends that you're noticing in the IT industry?
Retailers are looking for a more frictionless and contactless retail experience. So even for the businesses, they want things to run very smoothly, very efficiently, very effectively. So anything that delays that transaction from happening is a problem. So you look into how to solve that issue.
I'm laughing to myself here. You mentioned the Gen Z age group profile, but it's all instant gratification, isn't it? Everything is instant.
Yeah.
It has to be smooth. No tolerance for delays. Amazing, really, isn't it? And that must have a massive impact.
It does, because you're seeing the retailers that are better at catering to Gen Z. They are doing better. Do you know? It's just the way it is. But like, the thing for us is we want all of our customers to do fantastic. And the better they do, the better we do as well in turn. But it's very important to us. Like, I see different things happening now where business owners are the main person there until 11 o'clock at night setting up items and all of that. We now have conversations with them where we explain to them, you need to take a step back from that, because if you're doing the nitty gritty day-to-day work, the business isn't developing and isn't growing. So you need to be looking at, well, what needs to happen in relation to social media, marketing, how do we target the new markets that are there, and all of that. So it's not, I suppose what I'm saying is, yes, our core is EPOS and EPOS systems, but there's a lot more factors that sometimes retailers have a tunnel vision that they need to be brought away from, and just have a conversation with somebody about this and how the business can be made better. There's, of course, the online has been there for the last few years. It's not really a new trend, but it's still such a huge one. You can't not mention it. And just all the integrations that are required now. Because of online, you have your online sales coming into your EPOS system. So now you want to ship your products out. The problem with that is you're going to a separate system to print off your DPD, your UPS, your on-post labels. We now, for this reason, developed an integration, a shipping module, which actually, as soon as you hit that tender button, it'll print off your DPD Brilliant. Or your on-post label. One of our customers down in Clare, Tom Whelan, said this is saving them up on 30 hours a week.
Brilliant. What a game changer.
Yeah.
And time is, the poor relation here. In terms of sustainability, Margaret, it's the first word on the top of all our lips at the moment. What are you guys doing in positive in relation to becoming a more sustainable business?
I'm just going to throw a fact out there that was released. Like, retail technology in the enterprise environment, it creates 1% of the overall global gas emissions in the world. Now, when you equate that, just so people understand, you're talking about half of the emissions that come from aviation or shipping. It's huge. It sounds like a tiny amount, but it is huge. And I would say, like, your listenership here, to take on board that, turn off the computers, turn off the screens. They all have eco settings. Turn on your eco settings that it goes into power saving mode. They're just very, very basic things that all of us can do to help this issue that's just getting bigger and bigger all the time.
Actually, it's a very good idea about turning off the computers. So what else is Positive doing in relation to sustainable practices for your own business? I'm thinking logistics, etc.
So we've elected a sustainability champion who has completed the SEAI Energy Academy cert, and this is to ensure the business is up to date on energy efficiencies.
Great.
We also offer remote support for the team.
Great idea.
So that they don't always need to travel to work and travel back from work. And what we're also encouraging now with our own customers is implementations can be done remotely via assistance from their own IT people, and then the training can be offered remotely. And this actually has a double benefit. When we do the remote training, we record the session. So if the customer now wants to
revise,
go back and look at, or they hire new staff, they can just give them access to this training session to understand how to use the system.
Very small but simple ideas, very effective. Again, the holistic approach, I really like it. A question I ask a lot of people here in terms of being a member of Guaranteed Irish: why did Positive decide to become a member, and what are the benefits, or have you found any benefits benefits of being a member of Guaranteed Irish?
Oh, this is something very close to home for the Positive team. Our customers are all local retailers, local businesses. This is huge for us. Like even in work, we're always saying, you know, if people would only buy 1 or 2 Irish products every week in their shopping, what a difference it would make. I always look at my Dunn's receipt to see how many Irish purchases I got. Last week it was 41 Irish purchases, and it made me smile. It made me feel good walking out of the stores. So it did. That, yeah, I'm supporting some small business. It's only tiny, but the more people that do it, the bigger impact it's going to have for our small retailers. So look, all I can say is that I really hope people take this into account when they are doing their shopping.
And selecting their IT service provider in EPOS, in the EPOS space. I really appreciate you coming into the studio to talk to us today, Margaret. And most importantly, I think continued success to Positive. It sounds like a great company to work for, and I like the name Positive. And you certainly are making people think about doing the right thing in a sustainable fashion. So thank you, and every success to Positive.
Thank you so much, Brid.
If you found this advice helpful for your business, please subscribe on Apple, Spotify or any platform you listen to your podcasts on. It's free for all and we welcome your feedback. Remember, by considering Irish businesses like Positive, you are not only sustaining local employment, but you are also playing your role in reducing the carbon footprint. If you feel your business can benefit from networking with like-minded businesses here in Ireland, contact guaranteedirish.ie for more information.
The Guaranteed Irish Business Podcast, sponsored by FBD Insurance, Ireland's largest homegrown insurer. Support. It's what we do.